Yes, my people. It's your boy Django. And I know I haven't been about for a couple of weeks, but it was holiday. Now it's pre-season. The hard work begins. And I promise to be more consistent with my channel this season. So it's only right we start off with Manchester United's first signing, Money Mount himself. And I'll give you my thoughts and opinion on whether or not I think it's a good signing and how does Mason Mount fit in at United. As per usual, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comment about this Mason Mount signing. Whether or not you think it's a good signing, let me know. Let's get into it. First thing I'm going to talk about is Mason Mount, number 7. And the only reason I'm going to bring this up because I keep playing around with this idea that there's two scenarios, right? And I'd be happy if it was scenario 2. But scenario 1 is United just gave him the number 7 shirt. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't give him a choice or anything. They just gave him, look, you're number 7. Now, if that's the case, what that shows to me is that Mason Mount may be our marquee signing, because it seemed to be the one that the transfer window has been marketed about so far. I don't like that scenario. Now, if it's scenario 2, Mason Mount came in and wanted the number 7 shirt, I can live with that, because he has confidence in his own ability to demand the number 7 shirt. Like, I'm all for players with confidence and players with ego, because you can't be at United and just be you can't be a lemon at United, in my opinion. I mean, you have to be an ego in United. And for him to come in and want the number 7 shirt, that shows character for me personally. And as a signing, everyone knows that's been following my channel ever since Eriksen came back from that injury. I've said it time and time again, week in, week out, that we need to stop starting Eriksen. I even went as far as saying, take Eriksen out of your team and put McTominay. I wanted Fred, but obviously I see Fred won't get in there, so I said I'll even take Scott McTominay there. Let him run around, but the physical presence that we lacked in midfield, or the more, let's not say physical. No, it is physical as well. It's not just mobility. Like, Eriksen wasn't in the game at certain points, and even on the ball, he was lacking. Now, for me personally, Mason Mount as an 8 is an improvement on our team. It does improve us in that position because he's more mobile, he's more physical, and he's got more legs. Yes, his quality on the ball may not be as sharp as Eriksen, but I think he has more pros than cons in that position. And I've heard one and two people say he give away the ball. He doesn't give away the ball to when I've seen him. Like, I don't watch him as much. But when I notice him playing, he doesn't give away the ball. He doesn't take that risk that Bruno always take and loses the ball. He only attempts it if he knows he's going to get the ball through. To me, that's not a bad attribute to have. But he doesn't lose the ball. Yes, he's not as smooth with it as, let's say, Phil Foden. But I think he's still a cultured English midfielder. I don't think he's a 10 personally. But I do think he could do a very good job at 8. And I still stand by what I say. I would rather have Moises Caicedo in that position. But Mason Mount is not a bad player. He's got some very good attributes that can help us in that number 8 position, because we don't have better than Mason Mount in number 8. And instead of going and getting some 30-year-old that's out of contract, we've literally got a player that's at the start, about to hit his prime year, Yes, I don't agree with the price, but I think Mason Mount will be a good signing for us. I really do. And like I said, yeah, I support whatever Eric Ten Hag wants to do. I see Lampard. I see Lampard have Mason Mount as if he was a £120 million player. If Lampard can get that out of Mason Mount, what can Eric Ten Hag do? We already seen what he's done for Wan-Bissaka, him and his coaching staff. We already seen what he's done for Rashford, him and his coaching staff. So even Fred has improved. We've seen how Casemiro is, even though Casemiro has been class. But if Lampard can get that much of a tuning out of Mount, I'm more than confident Eric Ten Hag can get that out of him. What was it? What, 12 goals and 14 assists? Or was it 14 goals and 12 assists? 48 games? Bro. And let's be honest, that Chelsea team in the league, they wasn't doing that much in the league. Apart from him. Yes, last season he had a bad season, but we as United fans should know firsthand. Because if we see Rashford from previous season to what he did last season, come on, man. I just think he's a smart signing. Yes, we paid a bit over the odds for him, but I do think he's a good signing for United. Whether or not he'll be a starter or a squad player. But I can't see him being a squad player and be given the number 7. So this is what I'm trying to say. He's definitely, in my opinion, been bought for the number 8 spot. And I heard him in the interview saying his favourite position is to play is an 8. Now, for me, if he actually wants to play 10 and he turn around and say he wants to play 8 just to not hurt Bruno's feelings, I'm not happy with that. Personally, that's just me, innit? Like I'm saying, you're supposed to be confident. I mean, last guy I seen said he'd rather play 8 than 10 when he's been playing 10 for the last few years was Donny van den Beek, and that didn't go well. But you let me know what you think in the comment. Think Mason Mount is a good signing? Obviously, we don't need to talk about the price. We already know it was way over what we should pay, but with this regime and these owners, that's all United do, overpay for players and never sell them back. But I actually think Mason Mount might be a very good signing. And going off his interview, that's the type of person. He reminds me similar to Mata in temperament. Like, he seems like an honest person. Like, he seems like someone that you would actually want around your club. Like, do you understand what I mean? He doesn't seem like he's going to be or bring major issues, even though we had a dispute with Chelsea over contract. But who's to say other players at Chelsea didn't have contract that he didn't agree with? You know what I mean? Because you know Todd Bowley is stupid with the dough. But that's all I wanted to say on the Mason Mount. I think it does improve us. I think he's a better option than Eriksen in the 8. And let's see what happens. There's news floating around. Fabrizio talking about Onana could be done within the next week or so to United. So let's see what the transfer window brings. I won't be happy if it's just Onana and Mason Mount. I'll tell you that now. But it's early. It's good that he's got one player in. Hopefully 2 players in by the start of the pre-season tour. If we can get Onana in before we go on pre-season, that'll be a major plus so we can get integrated with the squad. Learn how Ten Hag wants to play, even though we should already know that because he was at Ajax. But, you know, he's been at Inter now, was it 2-3 years? Different manager, different way of playing. Let's get him in before pre-season. Let's get him integrated in the team. And let's get the striker in now. We've got a keeper, we've got a midfielder. Let's get the striker in. Build some positive vibes because you know what? It's pretty dead, let's be honest. The Glazers need to go, talking about want to stay. Go home, mate. And that's all I wanted to say. See you on the next video. Like, subscribe, and I'm out.